Okay.
Okay then, Tony. So I'm going to be doing this moving from stopping. So what I'd like you to do for me is clutch down to the floor, hold it down and into first gear.
Which is over to you and forward, yeah?
Yeah. And then keep that hand on the wheel. Now slightly, a little bit of gas, about just over 1,000 revs, about a pound's thickness.
Yeah.
That's it. Keep your foot still. That's it. Keep the foot still. Now very slowly.
And it's important not to set the gas too high, Tony.
You don't set the gas too high. It's important because if you set the gas too high, as soon as you bring that clutch up and you release the handbrake, the car will catapult down the road.
Right.
Okay. So keep that foot still. Now slowly, about a centimetre at a time, bring the clutch up to bite. Very slowly. That's it. Hold gently down. Okay, important you don't bring the clutch up too much because as you release the handbrake, the car will move on and have the car still.
Now, if I bring the clutch too high, just tell me to go down about the thickness of a pound coin, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't tell me to dip the clutch or push the clutch down because then I'll go right back to the floor again, yeah?
Okay, yeah. So so that the clutch is fine. So keep the feet still.
Yeah.
Okay. So put this hand on the handbrake and don't release it. Just put your finger on the button. Don't release it until I tell you to. Now check the middle mirror for me. Anything coming up behind?
No,
sure?
Okay. Yeah.
Nothing at all?
No.
Left door mirror? Anything at all?
Nothing. No.
Any pedestrians?
No.
So very important you check that mirror because if it was a pedestrian.
Yeah, Harry, I can promise you there's nothing coming.
Okay. We could right over. Up ahead?
No, nobody coming.
Right door mirror? Anything at all? Anything to see?
No, see that black Audi behind me?
So it could be a person, couldn't it? Or someone.
Oh, yeah.
They could be coming, they could be moving.
Yeah.
Check the right blind spot between the headrest and the door pillar. Actually have a good look round. Anything, can you see anything?
I can see that silver Golf in the drive.
And that woman's coming out of her house now, isn't she? You see her?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she's walking across, isn't she? So I think what we'll do, we'll just let her go first, see what she does. Okay, so have another check of the blind spot, check round.
Yeah, I can see that silver Golf still.
Okay, so release the handbrake for me.
Yeah, that silver Golf could...
Yeah, that could move out.
Alright.
Okay, if you haven't checked there, you haven't seen it, you're going to have an accident, aren't you?
Yeah.
So release the handbrake and keep the feet still. So both hands are ill. Now very, very slowly bring the clutch up to a little bit more.
Yeah.
That's it, and steer 5 minutes to you.
Alright.
And then 5 minutes to me.
Alright.
And then just keep the feet still. 5 minutes to me.
Alright.
And then back to straight. Keep the feet still. That's it. Keep those feet still. Keep checking those mirrors. And what we're going to do is just by this lamppost on the left, we're going to be pulling in. So keep the feet still. Okay. Now, middle mirror for me. Anything behind us?
No.
Left door mirror. Keep the feet still. Now steer 5 minutes to me. And then cover brake, but don't press it. Clutch down, gently brake. A little bit more. That's it. And keep the feet still. Handbrake.
Alright.
Neutral.
Alright.
Relax. Feet off pedals.
Oh, okay. That's good, wasn't it? Enjoyed that.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
Yeah, I didn't stall. It didn't crash.
Didn't stall. Didn't crash.
No.
But you're doing your obs.
Yeah, that's better. Yeah, I still had to push on the obs a bit, didn't I?
Yeah.
I mean, your classic example there.
The lady.
Yeah, I mean, I paid her £20 to come out of that door. Yeah, classic example, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave you the Golf in the driveway.
Yeah.
I'm handing you a great big stick to hit me with, haven't I?
Yeah.
You used the Golf against me, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, that Golf could drive away at any time, yeah?
Mm.
And if I don't see it...
Yeah, you're going to have an accident, aren't you?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So what's that called?
Consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm.
What do we like?
Consequences.
Loads of them, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. The same way with the gas and the clutch. I know it sounds a bit repetitive, but it's by giving the consequences, education has taken place, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what this phase one is all about. It's about control and educate, yeah? the more education you give me each moving off and stop,
Yeah.
there's a chance then to transfer a little bit of power.
Yeah.
But you're not gonna be able to transfer any power until you actually start educating me.
Yeah.
Again, a little bit of lacking of detail on the mirror, yeah?
Right.
On the mirrors.
Okay.
Check your mirror. What am I checking for? I don't know, really. Yeah. Check your left door mirror, yeah? What am I checking for? Yeah?
Okay.
What am I checking for?
Any bikes?
Yeah.
Push bikes, I mean.
Yeah, and if there was a bike there, Tony?
Yeah, you let it go.
Let it go. And if I don't let it go?
Could crash into it.
I'm going to squash him, Harry. There's no could about it, yeah?
Yeah.
He's going to be up on that pavement squashed, yeah?
Yeah.
And I hope he comes around your side, not my side. Especially if he's about 6'6", yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, consequences I'm going to learn from them, aren't I? Yeah?
Yeah.
That's really important. So I'm going to keep pushing on that until you carry on doing it all the time, yeah?
Okay. Yes.
Because that's what I learned from.
Fair enough.
And you saw that with the gear, you didn't... I didn't play around with first gear, did I?
No.
Because you gave me the consequences, yeah? But the other consequence you don't give me, I'll always play you up until you give them. And that's why I said to you on the way here, even though I wouldn't have taken a lot of notice of it on my drive, it would have been nice to hear you give me good detail on the mirrors. What mirrors you're checking, why you're checking them, and the consequences of not checking them.
Yeah.
And if you think about it, it's a bit like a brief, really. That then sets you up nicely for actually teaching me this moving up and stopping exercise, yeah?
Yeah.
Because it, just gets you into the mood of talking about detail, yeah?
Yeah, that's right.
And the devil is in the detail, isn't it? If I haven't got detail, then very little education is going to take place.
Fair comment.
But I thought you're taking on board quite a bit of what I say,
Yeah.
which is a little bit more of those consequences, because they really are very important. You've got to remember, there's a fair chance that most youngsters will actually pass the test for a second or third time or whatever.
Yeah.
But they can actually pass and still not really know the reasons why they have to do these things, yeah? They might be just doing them para fashion. Oh, I've got to check this mirror, that mirror, yeah? And they might do it for the driving test, but that's not what we're all about. We're after this thing called safe driving for life, aren't we?
Yeah.
So by teaching consequences, 2 years from now, one of your students might be driving, pulling away from the curb, and he might think, oh, blind spot. Now, I've got to check that because Harry told me that the consequences, if I don't look, and somebody comes out on that drive, I could kill him, yeah? All it takes is for that to stay in their brain, and they'll check the blind spot. I know I did.
Yeah.
But I didn't learn it from my instructor. I learned it when I rode away on my motorbike and nobody ever told me about it. And I got hit by a bloody car, yeah?
Yeah.
So I learned the hard way, it hurts, yeah? But you're trying to get them not to learn the hard way, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah?
That's a fair comment.
Because that might be a cyclist they pull out in front of, and cyclists don't really take...
Yeah.
When they do battle with a car, they tend to come off a lot worse, don't they?
Yeah.
You ever seen a cyclist going flying across a bonnet?
I haven't, no.
It's not very nice.
So really that, I mean, other than the opposite could have been slightly better. It wasn't terrible, the opposite. I mean, it could have been maybe a little bit better. A bit more detail on the obs.
Yeah, but what are obs an amber area or the red area?
No, red area.
Great big red area, isn't they? Probably the biggest red area you're going to come across, yeah? Yeah. Obs and stopping over lines, giveaway lines and that, they're all big areas, aren't they?
Yeah.
Because stopping over the lines means you haven't had a chance to do your obs, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are big areas. So we have to nail these areas right from the off, yeah? You let any of them slip and then...
You're on dodgy ground.
Well, we're on dangerous ground, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's why I keep going on about them all the time and going on about you chucking the consequences at me.
Yeah.
And eventually you will get it.
Fair comment.
But that was I thought that was quite a fair move, not stopping.
Yeah.
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 I'll pause this for a minute. The battery goes dead.